Hello, hello. I am Steven Berger, aka Porky, official caster here for Tactical Carnage.
Hello, I am Steven
Whoa,
Berger,
sorry about
aka
that. I
Porky,
forgot to
official
mute
caster
my
here for
sound.
Tactical Carnage.
And I will be casting Tactical Carnage versus Envy in just a little bit. We are just waiting here for game one to get started here. As always, follow us here, follow Tactical Carnage here on Twitch TV. Just click the follow button. You can also visit our website, tacticalcarnage.com, for some more information about our gaming community. So we will be getting started here as quickly as I can. I'm just going to turn up some sound here. We should be getting started at any moment now. This is going to be Tactical Carnage versus Envy. Tactical Carnage we have won our past two clan wars 4-1. So we have been doing pretty well. Just gonna make sure both players are ready to go here. It's going to be on MLG Shattered Temple. So move all my stuff out of the way. And game one will be starting right now. Turn that off there. Hopefully I fixed the bitrate issues. I know the stream's been lagging the past couple times I've tried to stream. Hopefully that's fixed. Okay, and we are starting here on MLG Shattered Temple. We have Nay. Well, I'm just gonna call him Nay for short. I can't really pronounce his name. I apologize if anybody from his team is watching. He's gonna be spawning as the blue Terran here at about the 6 o'clock position. And then we have Raven, K-Ross spawning for Tactical Carnage as the green Zerg here at about the 8 o'clock position on MLG Shattered Temple. I have a feeling my sound might be a tad too loud here. Just hopefully that's a bit better. But as always, beginning of the game, not that exciting, but they are spawned at close by air. So this can mean some nice harassment coming from our Terran player, Nay, with some medevac drops. He can also fly in Hellions very easily into the Raven's main base here. And Raven could go quick if he decides to go Mutalisks maybe, although that's kind of odd to just tech right up to Mutalisks and then try and harass over. But we'll see if he decides to go for an early expansion here. There is no cooldown yet, so early expansion is very likely. We have the wall off getting made here with the barracks and the power supply here for Ney. And it looks like there is the early expand going down right now. So as the hatchery is getting built for Raven, we are going to be having Ney getting his first gas here. What's going to really decide if Ney decides to go Hellions or factory, or Hellions, of course he's going to go factory, need factory for Hellions, but for Hellions or siege tanks, we'll see if he builds the reactor on the barracks, and then if he switches that with the factory once the factory is done. Actually, it looks like the tech lab is going to be going on to the barracks here. So we'll see he's going to be going to siege tanks once that factory gets down, if it even decides to get down. It looks like he's going to be finishing off that wall off with the power supply momentarily. And it looks like the spawning pool for Raven is about halfway done. He is also getting gas right about now too. He will not be able to get speed right away, being that the gas is going to be finishing at around the same time as the pool. But he should be getting gas very shortly. Oh, it looks like a bunker harassment is going to be played here by Ney. You got two bunkers going down right by Raven's natural, blocking the mineral line. Very nicely placed. These drones are having some hard time trying to find where they're supposed to mine from. Looks like he is Raven is going to be attacking these bunkers with drones. There is a spine crawler down. There is a spine crawler going down in the main. We have a Reaper coming out for Ney, so he's going to be going with a Reaper harassment. We got 4 Zerglings on the way, but we'll see. Is there a Marine in there? No, there's an SCV in there, and it looks like the first bunker was salvaged, and this one should be salvaged very shortly, or taken out by these Zerglings and forced to salvage. But any way we have it, that was not really a successful bunker harassment, unless he just placed those bunkers without the what was I gonna say? Unless he placed those bunkers just to block off the mineral line, not to actually make harassment. And it looks like these Reapers are going to be doing some damage here, getting down half of the amount of Zerglings here. It looks like that Reaper's still doing some harassment, still alive, causing some huge mining time loss. And it looks like the Reaper's just going to keel off those 6 Zerglings and he's going to go right to attacking the drones. So very nice harassment here with this one Reaper. Another Reaper's on the way right as that one dies, so great micro here. That first Reaper was kept alive for some time. And it looks like this second Reaper is going to be able to do some damage as well. We got speed has been started for Raven. A factory has been started, as well as a second expansion for Ney has been started as well. Still the second drone doing some mining, doing some harassment, causing some drone mining loss. Another drone goes down. Looks like that Queen is going to be able to fight it off here. And that spine crawler finishes off the job. If we take a look at the units lost tab, Raven lost 10 units, and both players have lost the same amount of resource time, or mineral mining time, or gas mining time. Although Ney has only lost 4 units, and Raven has lost 10. And it looks like we got a third Reaper coming in here. We'll see if it can also do any damage here. So far, the past 2 Reapers have been successful at causing some harassment. We got a Hellion on the way for Ney. And it looks like that second command center is done, and an orbital is on the way for us. 2 Zerglings trying to harass and tear down this blockade. More drones are being morphed by Raven. And it looks like this third Reaper is going to be attacking the spawning pool. We'll see if it can get any sort of damage here. Nothing seems to be attacking it. Here comes the Queen, and that Queen should be able to block it off. And we got Blue Flame coming out for Ney. A reactor has just finished for Ney as well. And we should be seeing, it looks like those 2 Zerglings were able to kill off that third Reaper. And it looks like Raven's going to be heading back to his base. And this second expansion for Ney is going to be heading over to the natural expand. And it looks like we got 2 Hellions coming out. They will, I think Raven should be waiting for the Blue Flame to finish. And we got 3 more Hellions on the way. So it's going to be a very nice harassment here. There are a couple of Zerglings out here. Looks like Raven's going to be getting ready to take his third base here. Very nicely done. Always want to, as a Zerg, you always want to stay 1 base ahead of your opponent. And it looks like these Hellions are going to be moving out here to do some damage. They should reach Raven's base right when Blue Flame is finished. Both players pretty even on supply. And it looks like Ney's going to be getting ready to attack here. Spine Crawler trying to get down here. Looks like Ney's just going to run right past it. Zerglings are dying very easily, as always. Blue Flame is about to finish, killing off so many drones here. Queens are trying to finish these Hellions off. Looks like one Hellion is... Okay, one Hellion is going to die. It looks like the Zerglings are going to be able to chase it, but Blue Flame is done here. And it looks like we got another Hellion coming in for reinforcements. 2 barracks are coming down. We got 2 more Hellions heading down here, going up to help out. Looks like Raven's still just going with Speedlings. There is no sign of any Roach Warren, although his main is morphing into a layer, so we could see Infestors or Mutalisks or any higher tech units coming out very shortly. And it looks like that Creep Tumor is going to get canceled, although it's Creep Tumor, not going to do too much. Although it is important to spread the creep as a Zerg. We got Combat Shield and Siege Mode has been started for our Terran player Nay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure my overlay was gone. I do that way too many times. I leave my overlay up and don't go to the game. Anyway, we got another Siege Tank has been started, and a Bangling Nest has been starting for Raven. So very nicely by both players. As a Zerg, you really excuse me. As a Zerg, it is important to get Banelings, especially against Terran, because of that wall off. And those Banelings will do very nicely to try and tear down that wall. But as always with Zerg going Banelings, you have Terran going Siege Tanks. Siege Tanks obviously do a good counter against Banelings, but we see that Raven is getting a Spire. So those Mutalisks are going to be a nice defense against those Siege Tanks. And it looks like Siege Mode is about to be finished, as well as Combat Shield. Looks like we got 4 Banelings morphing in for Raven. Raven not taking his 3rd yet. Although he is, oh no, okay, he is still tearing down those rocks. I thought the rocks were already down. And it looks like Combat Shield is done. Another Siege Tank has been started for Nay, and Nay just going way ahead on supply here, 94 to 64. And it looks like those Blue Flame Hands trying to do some more harassment, trying to harass that Queen. And it looks like Nay's going to be mixing in some SCVs here. He does not have any medevacs, so those SCVs will do some repairing on these Hellions, probably before he should. He's probably going to be attacking right when most of these Hellions are back to full health. Siege moded tanks are trying to creep up here on the creep, although we have 4 Mutalisks morphing in here. So those are going to do very nicely against the Siege tank, but might be a little too late here. We got Nay trying to move in here with his Hellions, doing a little poking and prodding. We got Zerg melee attacks level 1 starting, as well as centrifugal hooks. A starboard has also been started for Nay, so we should be seeing medevacs getting started very shortly to aid Nay's ground army here. It looks like those Mutalisks are out. Spine Crawler just in the range of the tank, going to be able to get killed. And those Mutalisks look to be kind of hiding away from the units. I think Raven's just trying to gain up as many numbers as he can. Banelings are going in and doing a couple of hit points damage to the Marines and to the Siege tanks, but the Siege tanks are still alive, getting down the Queen. And it looks like Nay is just pushing forward here. We got SCVs attacking that Spine Crawler ferociously, but they're going to die. They don't not really use that well for attacking. More Speedlings are coming in. It looks like Raven might be able to hold off this attack, all thanks to those Mutalisks. So a great decision on those Mutalisks. And just barely Raven is going to be able to hold on with 3 Mutalisks left and a couple Speedlings. And it looks like Nay is going to be building up his 3rd now. Raven's still attacking these rocks, has not expanded yet to his 3rd, so if Nay can get this 3rd up and running before Raven, Nay will be ahead on supply. He is still ahead on food. We got Stim has just been started for Nay. 2 more Siege tanks are on its way out. We got missile turrets coming up for Nay, which is going to be a great defense against those Mutalisks. We got 2 more medevacs, 2 more Siege tanks. And we got some more Mutalisks on its way out for Raven. Nay, though, just pushing way too far ahead on supply here. I think Nay is looking in a great position here. Unless Raven can do some huge damage with those Mutalisks, I think Nay is going to be looking to win this. Mutalisks are coming in to do harassment. Going to be able to get down that missile turret before it goes up. Another missile turret trying to get started, but that's obviously going to be taken down as well as the next one. Although there is a missile turret up on here. And more missile turrets are going to be trying to get down. A sensory tower is on its way. 2 more medevacs, 2 more Siege tanks. 5 Marines are still coming out. Still more Mutalisks, still more evolution. An evolution chamber has been started for Raven. 3rd base for Raven has been started. And it looks like Nay's getting ready to move his 3rd base over to the mineral deposit. If we take a quick look at the units tab, Raven has 2 banelings are morphing, 22 speedlings, 14 mutalisks. And for Nay, we have 35 marines, 6 siege tanks, and 4 medevacs. So Nay having a pretty nasty army. Nay has 65 SCVs and 1 mule to 52 drones for Raven. And it looks like Nay's going to be pushing out here. And it's with a pretty nasty force. As long as Nay can get those siege tanks up on siege mode and in a great position, he should be looking pretty good here. Although there is a huge mutalisk count now at 16 for Raven. So that's going to... it's going to be pretty nasty. As long as Raven can micro those pretty well against these Marines, Raven might be able to hold this off. And it looks like Nay, he's splitting up his army here, getting his siege mode up. Getting some pretty good position with these siege tanks. And Nay just pushing forward here. I would like to see Raven with some more banelings, though. There are a couple banelings in the mess of Raven's army here. Mutalisk trying to poke and prod here. A Marine going in for some scouting here. And it looks like Nay's going to stim up and push forward here. Speedlings going down the banelings. Not doing too much damage at all. Very nicely done by Nay, and it looks like Raven is going to do that. So, Envy is going to be taking game 1 here. And we are just waiting for game 2 to be started here. It's Area 51, by the way. What was Area 51? Oh, and it's an agent. I apologize. Oh, okay. I see what it is now. I apologize. It's not Envy. They changed their name to Area 51. So to all their players and team, I apologize. And it looks like I'm just waiting for an invite into game number 2 here. Once that gets started, we will continue on. And if anybody's wondering right now, I'm just gonna say this out here. I will not be casting anything after today until next week. I'm leaving to go back home for Thanksgiving break tomorrow afternoon, and sadly I cannot carry my desktop with me back home, so gonna have to be taking a break for casting for Thanksgiving. But hopefully everyone has a great Thanksgiving break. Sadly, I still have class. Apparently people have had classes canceled. Sadly, I still have class tomorrow. I'm skipping my discrete math class, but what can you do? See, I don't like skipping class. Even if the class is easy, I just don't like skipping it, because it's like it's more work for me in the end if I skip it, because then I kind of have to like read it myself, and I'd rather just sit in on the class. But so be it. So I'm just waiting here for game number 1. I'm Steven Berger, aka Porky. You can follow me on Twitter at Steven Berger. I am the official caster for Tactical Carnage, a great multi-gaming community. We just got into StarCraft not too long ago. This is our upcoming pro team playing in this clan war. We have won our past 2 clan wars, 4-1. So hopefully we will win this against Area 51. You can find out more about us at TacticalCarnage.com. We try to host weekly tournaments, but you can find out all that information at TacticalCarnage.com, and you can sign up on our forums. We have a StarCraft 2 section. You'll find out all the information about upcoming tournaments, clan wars, and all that jazz. I also host my own personal. I have my own personal stream. I stream ladder, stuff like that. So that's at twitch.tv/PorkySC. I'm just gonna mess with my my scoreboard here. It's a pain in the neck to mess with, but it helps the people who are watching kind of follow along. Okay. And the game should be starting very soon. Just gonna make sure everyone is ready here. Hopefully, anyone want to confirm? Has the stream been lagging, or has it been pretty good? Just want to see if my stuff is good. It looks like both players are ready. Good luck, have fun has gone out, and we will be starting the game here. Cool, so everyone's saying the stream is good. I'm glad that lag was hopefully fixed. If there is lag, it's probably my college shitty internet. That's okay. I mean, what do we pay $20,000+ a year for? I expect some good internet, but that is okay. We are here on Shakur's Plateau. Frosty's going to be spawning as the blue Zerg here for Tactical Carnage. And we have Najan spawning as the yellow Terran here for Area 51. And I do know I got the score is messed up here a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, and we got another Zerg versus Terran here, still close by air. We'll see if Frosty decides to. What I would have liked to see, if it was possible to get the Mutalisks up just a little bit earlier, if you want to do some air harassment as compared to what Raven did in the last game. Although Banelings were a very good choice against or for Raven last game, what I think he should have done, I mean, he had a decent muta count, and I know the siege tanks are pretty good as for counters against the Banelings, but I still think he should have gotten more Banelings than he did to deal with those Marines a bit better. Although, I mean, Raven was able to hold off on the first push, but the second push was a little too big for him to handle. And it looks like Najan's going to be setting up his block, his wall off, like last game with the barracks in the middle. Very, very common for Zerg. Excuse me, for Terran, almost a little too common. I mean, that's pretty much what they do every game. And it looks like Frosty is going to be heading over with his Overlord, going to get some nice scouting here. Ooh! A little bit of an interesting place for a second Rax here. He's going to be putting his second Rax at the high ground of this second base here. So I don't know what he's going to be doing with this. He might just be trying to hide a second barracks so that Frosty, playing a little bit of a head or a mental game with Frosty to see if Frosty's gonna fall into this. But does Frosty spot that? He does not spot it. He is not gonna go there, and he is not gonna see the barracks right up here. We'll see if that affects his what he's gonna be playing here. So we are gonna be seeing a 2 racks opening, I believe, from Najan. And it looks like Najan is going to be chasing the drone here. And it looks like Frosty's going to be going for an early expansion here. Spawning pool has been put down about a little bit ago, so it should be finishing up very shortly, as well as the second base. And it looks like Frosty's drone is stuck inside Najan's base, so it should be getting killed off probably very shortly, unless they can sneak out here while that power supply is down. And it looks like Najan's going to be going with the bunker here, although Frosty is just about to see it here. So we'll see when Frosty's Zerglings do come out. He should be able to take down that bunker. We got 2 spine crawlers coming down. We got a Marine already down, so it does look like Najan is going to be committing, well, maybe not necessarily committing full force, but as compared to last game where he just placed the barracks in the mineral line and did not have Marines, here he is going to have Marines, and he will be placing them inside the bunkers to do some harassment here. 3 Marines are out, going to be taking down those Zerglings. We've got an SCV here as well. 2 SCVs, 1 SCV goes down. More Zerglings are trying to come in here. These spine crawlers are almost done. Zerglings are getting taken out everywhere. One spine crawler is finished. It is in the range of the bunker. One bunker gets salvaged here, but we still have this other bunker up, and it should be getting salvaged very shortly. There are just too many spine crawlers here for it to be dealt with. Although one spine crawler is about to go down, we do have this SCV repairing the bunker, trying to stop it from getting on fire. And the bunker should be getting salvaged, and there it goes. Although Nejan is still full forcing with this marine push here, there are not too many speedlings here. But it looks like Nejan's going to be retreating here, playing a little bit safer. And it looks like Nejan is starting his second base here. Oh, and as that push was happening, Frosty stole one of Nejan's gas. That is going to delay Nejan's second gas here just a little bit, but once those Marines get back, Nejan should be trying to take down that Vespian gas geyser from Frosty, and there's the Marine trying to attack it right now. Looks like more Marines are coming from this second barracks here, placed in the natural expansion. Does not show any signs of moving over into the main base, although we do have this third barracks coming down. No factory just yet, so it looks like Nejan's going to be going a very heavy Marine force. There are no tech labs, no reactors, and that second base for Nejan is almost done here. Still more Zerglings coming out from Frosty. No sign of any tech coming up. And it looks like Nejan was able to take down Frosty's gas geyser here and is putting up his own. Nejan's second base about to be finished here and should be flying over to the natural expansion very shortly. And it looks like we got a tech lab, coming down on one of the barracks here, so we should be maybe seeing some marauders or like into Hellions. Looks like we got some more Marines pushing full force here. We'll see if they decide to do any damage. As they come up here, they will be faced with this spine crawler and a huge amount of Zerglings. Looks like Frosty was going to pull all his drones here, heading back to his mineral base though. If you take a look at the units lost here, Nejan has only 5 units lost on 319 resources lost, as compared to Frosty, who has lost 15 units and 631 resources. Looks like a factory is about halfway done here for Nejan. And speed has finally been started for Frosty, very late on that speed. And we have a reactor coming down for Nejan. We'll see if the factory decides to change with the barracks with the tech lab or with the reactor here. We do have STEM being researched on the tech lab, so my guess is that this factory will be moving over to this reactor since this tech lab is researching. Looks like the second base is starting to get up and running here. We do have a bunker trying to defend that natural expansion. We do have an engineering bay coming down for Nejan, as well as a starport being started. We have an evolution chamber just about to finish. Speed is about to finish, and 10 more Zerglings are about to pop here. More Marines are coming out for Nejan. Okay, so it looks like Nejan is going to be going siege tanks. Going to just forget about Hellions, although that's very nicely done. I think it's a little too late to do a little bit of a Hellion harassment here. Excuse me, but so those siege tanks are going to do nicely. We'll see if Frosty decides to go into Banelings or and then later into Mutalisk. It does look like there is a layer forming in the main base here, and it looks like Frosty's going to be trying to go for this third. Nejan might be expecting something to happen here since that SCV was taken out at that mineral deposit, so it would be interesting to see if Nejan decides to make a push up to this possible third from Frosty. Third gas has been taken for Nejan. We have the third base for Frosty getting up and running here. Speedlings are morphing into the middle of the map here, so Frosty might be looking at trying to push out a little bit. He is ahead on supply here. And it looks like Frosty is going to be starting a Baneling nest here, so those siege tanks obviously going to be doing a nice job against those Banelings. We'll see if when the Spire decides to come up. It should be coming up very shortly. We do have a layer almost done, or just about done. Actually, it is done. Very nice. We have a micro hatch coming down for Frosty. Spore crawlers are morphing here, forming. Siege mode has just been started for Nejan, so a time to attack for Frosty, if he wants to do huge damage with those Banelings, would be about now. We do have actually an infestation pit starting, so he's not going to be taking up to Aspire just yet. But once those siege tanks do get siege mode, they will be doing some huge damage to those Banelings. Siege mode is about halfway done. Combat shields is about to be, or has been started. More drones are coming out, and that infestation pit is almost done here. The third base for Frosty is about to get started here, and it looks like Najon has significantly increased his food count and is inching closer and closer to Frosty every second of this game. And siege mode has been finished for Frosty. Wow, I have some horrible habit. Wait, I have bad English. Let's just say that. So Najon is gonna just be able to see that third expansion from Frosty, so he is gonna know it's there after he scanned it. We have medevacs on the way for Najon. Looks like Najon's gonna be pushing out here. Or maybe not. Maybe not. He is reversing back. Probably because he did see that Zergling, so Frosty knew about Najon trying to make that push, so Najon just holding back there a little bit. Looks like he's going to be inching closer to the other side here. He does have his third base, is almost done here, so he is going to be expanding to this mineral deposit right over here. And what can we say here? We got 2 more Zerglings. Let's take a quick look at the unit count here. We have 45 SCVs, 1 mule for Najdon. We have 2 medevacs, 4 siege tanks with siege mode, and 51 marines. Numbers are increasing every second here. We have Frosty with 63 drones. That's a huge amount of drones. A huge amount of worker count above Najdon. We got 89 lings, 10 banelings, 4 queens. No infestors just yet, although it looks like Frosty's going to be going for a very heavy baneling force since we have about 90 speedlings out right now. And it looks like Najdon was getting ready for a push here. There's a huge amount of Zerglings here, and they'll be able to, oh my god, that thing is getting swarmed with Zerglings. Baneling's trying to get into the party there. It looks like Najdon just going to be able to pick up and leave, saving only 2 units. Najdon finally moving over that third base here. 4 infestors are on the way for Frosty. It looks like Frosty might be heading out here. No, maybe not. Getting a little too excited there. It looks like another drop has just went down to Frosty's main. Frosty is supply blocked here, but there's a huge amount of speedlings coming in, and Najdon only losing 1 unit with that drop. Note that Frosty does not have an anti-air yet, although he should be having infestors. Yep, infestors are out here. And it looks like Frosty just getting himself out of that supply block. More marines are coming in. Medevac, siege tank, 5 marines to be exact. More missile turrets are being put out, although there is no spire down, so I don't think those are going to be able to do too much damage here. And it looks like both players might be waiting until they have max army here. It looks like Frosty inching closer and closer. Creep spread going down. Almost about to reach Najdon's base. Another factory is going to be going down for Najdon. We got 20 more lings morphing in here. And it looks like Frosty's going to be going for his 4th base. So very nicely staying 1 base ahead of his opponent. And it looks like Frosty's going to be able to push out here. He's going to push to the Zelnaga Tower, killing those few marines there. We've got a siege tank morphed up, or sieged up right here. Doing huge damage. There's the banelings doing some huge damage to some of those marines. Speedlings going in. Fungal goes down on marines. And that's also doing some huge damage as these speedlings are cleaning it up. Although it looks like Najdon's going to be able to hold himself here very nicely. He has some pretty nice placement with his siege tanks. Took some huge hits from those banelings on those marines, and it looks like a spire is about halfway done here for Frosty. And with that attack, Frosty and Najdon are pretty much even on supply. Najdon inching farther and farther apart, increasing his food count as compared to Frosty. Spire is almost done. Looks like Najdon might be heading out here for a counter attack. It looks like we got 16 more banelings morphing out here. Najdon just moving his siege moded tanks up very slowly, making sure they got their position. Looks like a Ghost Academy is coming out for Najdon. I want to see some nukes. That's all I have to say. I want to see some nukes. Scan goes down, going to be destroying some of those creep tumors. I mean, everyone wants to see nukes. So, it looks like Frosty's going to be capturing this. Fungal goes down very nicely. Medevacs are forced to leave, leaving those marines to fend for themselves, and they are just going to die. Looks like that one siege tank wanted to try and move up there, but it looks like he's not going to be able to. It looks like Najdon's forced to retreat here, although a drop is down in the main. Frosty does not know about this. An Overlord goes down. Looks like that queen is going to go down as well. Zerglings are going to be able to clean this up once they get here, doing a nice surround here. Although Najdon only losing 3 units there. Oh, the fungal goes down right on this Medivacs, but another fungal infests the Terran. Or is he going to be able to get this down? Very nice fungals on those two Medivacs, and both those Medivacs died. That is huge for Frosty. Very nice fungal on those Medivacs. And we got 2 more bases getting built here for Najdon. Oh, a drop goes down into the 4th base of Frosty. Will he be able? Oh, that hatchery was barely, or actually it finished off with a pretty decent amount of health, so Frosty was able to save that hatchery. And Frosty just going way ahead here on supply. Looks like Frosty might be just waiting here for himself to get max and then push out here. Or, okay, yeah, looks like he's just going to wait here. More banelings are forming. 25 banelings are morphing in right now, as well as 2 mutilas had just popped. And we'll see if Frosty can do some damage here with those banelings. There are siege motor tanks, so that is going to be a little bit of a trouble here for Frosty. Although as long as he can micro those banelings very well, he should be able to do some huge damage to those Marines. And it looks like Najdon's going to be heading over here to the left. The sentry tower going down here. And it looks like both armies are going to be clashing here in the middle of the map. Frosty is at max. Najdon's only at 160. Scan goes down, so Najdon does see this army coming. Siege tank goes down. There's still 4 more siege tanks. The banelings are coming in. Banelings doing huge amounts of damage. Kind of. They're kind of still rolling in. They're able to get past most of those siege tanks. And it looks like those banelings did some huge damage to those tanks, as well as the fungal growth here. And it looks like Frosty is definitely going to be ahead after this push, and we should be seeing Frosty winning this. Infested Terran goes down, able to be taking down these 2 expansions before they go out. More Infested Terran here, and I'm thinking that Najdon's going to be GGing any second now. So those fungals for Frosty did, excuse me, were just amazing. Especially on those 2, like that was huge. Those fungals on those 2 Medivacs after they were trying to leave from the drop, that was huge. Those were like almost, I think it was like 1.5 Medivacs were filled. Although these Marines are trying to do a last hammer here. We do have ghosts here, sniping and sniping. We do have more Infested Terran being morphed in here, and it looks like Najdon is barely going to be able to hold this off here. He does not have much here. He was dropped down only 67 food, and I think with Frosty's next push here, he should be able to win it here. I do not see Najdon being able to come back from this, although Najdon is going to be taking his third base, although technically his 4th, his 2nd did get destroyed. And it looks like this 2nd or 3rd base is going to be in some trouble, although Najdon able to hold that off. More Speedlings are heading into Najdon's just acquired 3rd base here. Mutalisks are attacking it. Looks like that 3rd is going to be able to go down. Najdon not really trying to defend it at all. Looks like he is just going to let it die. Okay. Frosty is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases here with a micro hatch, so 6 bases, only mining from 5 of them. And it looks like Najdon's going to GG. So the series is tied. Tension is a brewing. Who's going to win this? I don't know. Very nicely done. As always, I'm Steven Berger, aka Porky. You can follow me on Twitter at Steven Berger. I am the official caster here for Tactical Carnage Gaming Community, a wonderful multi-gaming community. You can find out more about us at TacticalCarnage.com. What else do I have to say? We just acquired this. We just acquired our own upcoming pro team. We have won our past 2 clan wars. And one of our players has actually been, I believe, Cool Cat, Complexity's Cats on the ladder. So that's awesome. You can find out more about our pro team and our weekly tournaments at TacticalCarnage.com. Go to our forums. We do have a StarCraft 2 section. Sign up. Join our community. Join us on TeamSpeak. You can also follow my own personal Twitch.tv account, which is twitch.tv/PorkySC. Also, be sure to follow this Tactical Carnage stream. You'll always get an email notifying you when we go live. This will be my last cast for this week because I will be heading back home tomorrow for Thanksgiving break, and I sadly can't carry my desktop computer on my back while I take the bus and the train back home. So I won't be able to cast the rest of this week. until Sunday when I get back. So I apologize, but hopefully everyone will have a great Thanksgiving. I need to get a new mouse. Is anyone going out for Black Friday? Anyone planning for Black Friday? I have to get myself a new mouse, I think. I use a Logitech G5, and last week it would like turn itself off for like 2 seconds and then turn itself back on. Although it hasn't done that the past 2 days, although I'm afraid the mouse is just gonna die on me some point. So I think I'm gonna get a new mouse. Although I wanted to get a new keyboard, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was thinking about getting the Razer Naga. I don't know if that's any good. I don't know. I love my my Logitech G5. So yeah, but we should just be waiting here for game number 3 to get started here. We are just waiting here for game number 3. Razer Naga. It's here. I'll show you a picture. It's I mean, the only thing that I don't really like about it has like 17 macro buttons on the side of the mouse, which I mean, my friend told me that they're not really that hard, like they're not easy to like accidentally hit. Although I don't really like the idea of oh no, sorry, 12 macro buttons on the side of my mouse. I don't know. I don't really like that. But so yeah, this is the Razer Naga. I don't know how well it is to see the picture on the stream, but like that's, let me see, full size. Like see, it has like the 12 macro. Like there's just so much going on here on that side. I'd be afraid to like accidentally like hit all of them and all of a sudden my computer like explodes or something. Yeah. I don't know. I love my Logitech G5 though. I've had it for years. This scoreboard causes some problems. I apologize for I always have to like, because everyone always changes who's player 1, everyone always changes who's player 2, they change their colors. It's a big it's a, I don't know where I was going with that. See, as you can tell, as the stream gets throughout the cast, I just lose all like English speaking skills that I developed in the past like 19 years of my life. So it looks like we're just kind of figuring out the spectators here. And game number 3 should be getting started very shortly. Steel Series. Yeah, their mouses look pretty good. Little too plain for my liking. See, I want a mouse with the weights in it, because like my Logitech G5, like see, it has like the weights in it. And I'm afraid if I get a mouse that doesn't have weights in it, it's gonna be way too light for me. And this mouse, I mean, I've gotten used. Like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 4.5 gram weights in here. It's like the maximum weight that this mouse came with. And I mean, I guess I got used to the weight, and it's just a little too light now, and I wish it was heavier. But ref, please make me referee if you are watching the stream. Please make me referee so I don't have to watch the chat. There we go. Thanks. So looks like game number 3 is going to be underway. Bum 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 bum. What? No way. One of my friends got an invite to Diablo 3 beta. That's not nice. Only 3 ops total, 1 ops from each team and you. I'm not host, so I don't have control of who is ops. Nobody seems to have. I think there's multiple streams going on, so whatever. But this is the cool stream. This is like the cool table at lunch in elementary school. That's how it is. Anyway, it looks like MLG. It's gonna be on MLG. Metalopolis here. Zerg versus Zerg. All we have been seeing is Zerg versus Terran, so it will be very fun to see a Zerg versus Zerg. Metalopolis, always interesting match. Always an interesting map. Excuse me, for Zerg versus Zerg. Okay, and here we go. This is going to be on MLG Metalopolis. As I said, we have Ark spawning for Area 51 as the orange Zerg here at about the 12 o'clock position. And spawning for Tactical Carnage, we have Frosty, who has won the last game. Made it a tie is 1-1. He is spawning as the blue Zerg at about the 2 o'clock position. Still close by air, so pretty much every map has been close by air here. And those overlords are going to scout each other very quickly. They're going to give each other a high five and go their separate ways, not calling each other after their little date here at the middle here. Guess it didn't go that well. So it'll be interesting to see if either player decides to go a hatch first here. Although it looks like Ark is okay. Whoa. That always like confused. Like I know the gas trick and I know that it's gonna probably be happening in a Zerg game, but like whenever I see it, I goes, oh, he's making a gas at 11. What? Oh wait, he's just doing the gas trick. It always confuses me for a second. It's like, why is he getting a gas so early? Oh wait, never mind. And it looks like both players might be going for a hatch first here. It is about 14-15 supply here and still no spawning pool here. Although it looks like Frosty is going to be going gas first here. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Yeah, there, see, there it was. The first, always one time during the, thank you Intense, thank you. See, one time during every single cast, I forget the overlay. One day I will have a seamless cast and I will never forget that overlay. And it looks like Frosty is going to be going down for this pool at 15 instead of the hatchery, as well as Ark. So both players going mirror matchup here. Thank you, Intense, for that message. Spawning pools are about to finish for both players at about the same time here. We should be seeing Zerglings morphing out, and both players are going to be able to make their looks like, yep, both players are starting speed. Or no, wait, Frosty's not starting speed. Ark is starting speed. Looks like 6 Zerglings are morphing out for Ark, as to only 4 coming out for Frosty right now. So Ark is going to be having the Zergling count up above Frosty. We got 2 more coming out for Ark. And it looks like Ark's going to be making a little bit of a push here. Speed has just been started for Frosty, so Ark will have speed before Frosty, although Ark will not have speed for this little scouting run he's going to be doing. 2 more Zerglings are coming out for Frosty as some reinforcements. Looks like Frosty is going to be expanding here. So Frosty, or Ark, sorry, is going to be expanding as well as Frosty. So both players are going to know that each of them are expanding here. And it looks like Frosty getting down 2 Zerglings, but Ark getting down those other 2. And it looks like Ark's going to start tearing away at this base here. 2 more Zerglings coming out for Frosty, getting down 1. And it looks like Frosty's going to be able to finish off these 2 Zerglings. Oh, no. Ark's Zergling. Wow. Slurred my speech there a little bit. Ark Zergling's going to be getting away with about 2 HP, now up to 5 HP. Bangling Nest has gotten started for both players. Frosty a little bit ahead on that, so Frosty's will be finishing a little bit ahead of Ark's. But Ark's still making a push here with these Speedlings now. Frosty just finished speed, so both of them do have speed here. Attacking each other here. Frosty looks like he's going to be able to push back Ark. Looks like both... Oh, no, wait. Ark? Ark, what are you doing? Okay, looks... Okay, so Ark is going to be morphing Banelings here. Both players morphing 4 Banelings. Frosty's a little bit ahead because his Baneling nest did finish a little bit faster. Another Queen is out for Frosty. Banelings are rallied to Frosty's second base here. We'll see if Frosty will be taking any damage from this. The Speedlings are going to move out of the way here. There are 4 Banelings. Banelings are going past the Banelings. Frosty's has 2 Banelings in his base. Drones get pulled. Very nicely done by Frosty. Trying to take as little damage from those Banelings as he can. I believe only 1, maybe 2 drones got really injured on that. More Banelings morphing in for Ark. Although there are still these 4 Banelings from Frosty. They're going to be following these Speedlings. We'll see if they'll be able to do any damage, although they are heading back here. 2 Banelings are coming in for Ark. Banelings against Banelings. And it looks like Frosty's going to have 2 more Banelings in his main here. That is not good. Doing some damage to those drones, though. Forcing some more drone mining time loss, although not many drones are going to be able to die from that. We do have a couple in the red and some in the orange, but I don't think any really died on that push. Now, it's interesting here. Frosty has started mining on his second base here, although with that push and trying to manage with that micro, Ark has really not started mining on this, on his natural expansion here. We take a look at the income. We have 500, 600 about coming in for Ark, and about 500 coming in for Frosty. So Ark, or no, there are still kind of even on supply or on minerals, although Frosty not mining any. Whoa, a huge Baneling just goes off in Frosty's main, killing a huge amount of drones. Frosty has no gas mining coming out right now. He is pure minerals. I think that's definitely going to be affecting Frosty's later game here. He's not mining. Oh, no, wait, okay. Looks like he just started to mine some gas again, I think. No, he did not. I don't know where he got that gas from. Anyway, it looks like Ark is going to, or Frosty's going to be doing some scouting here. Ark getting that Baneling down, although killing himself in the process. We take a look at the units tab here. We got 22 drones for Ark, 2 Banelings, and 2 Queens. Although for Frosty we have 12 Zerglings, 19 drones, and 2 Queens here. 2 Banelings are out for Ark here, doing some defensive maneuvers. We take a look at the units lost tab. Ark has lost 53 units and 1.9k minerals or resources, and Frosty has lost 45 units and 1.6k resources. And looks like Ark is going to be heading out for a push here. Roach Warren has just been put down for Frosty, so Frosty will have roaches. The Zerglings get right into the main base here. Huge amount of drones are going to be getting killed here. Drones are being pulled, and it looks like all those drones on the main base are going to be getting attacked, although it looks like Frosty's Speedlings going to be able to do some counter maneuvers here. And it looks like those Baneling or Zerglings from Ark are going to be forced out of Frosty's base here. The Roach Warren is just about to finish here. So Frosty moving up the tech tree. All that Ark is having is Banelings and Speedlings. There is no sign of any other tech coming out of him, so that might hurt him a little bit later on. And it looks like we got 3 roaches morphing out here for Frosty. Bunch of Speedlings are moving across the map here for Frosty. Both players very close on food count. We have Ark at 51, Frosty at 50. The Banelings are not going to come back to the base, so Ark dedicated to pushing all these Banelings into Frosty's main, although Ark going to be counterattacking with all these Speedlings. He's going to be able to get down any of these drones. The Queen doing some defense. Some drones are going to get put down into the red here. But it looks like Ark is going to be able to force these Zerglings to die off. Oh, and it looks like Frosty going to be getting a bunch of Banelings in his main here. Drones are going to be pulled, although those Banelings are going off right away. Not close to the drones. Oh, excuse me. My mouth is incredibly dry. I'm going to get a drink after this, definitely. I think I deserve it. We got a bunch of roaches here now for Frosty. And it looks like we got a bunch of Speedlings coming out for Ark here. Looks like Ark's going to be making another little push here. There are a bunch of Banelings here morphing for Frosty. Ark just going to go right around it. Both players have not taken their third. Oh wait, as I say that, looks like Ark going to be heading out to take his third right now, so he's going to be ahead of Frosty on that front. So he will be getting ahead economically once that gets up. 2 speedlings going in, forcing those banelings to die off. There's still 1 left here. Bunch of roaches here. It looks like Ark is going to be teching up to a layer as well. So we'll see if he decides to go Infestor or Mutalisks. Mutalisk will be very nice against these roaches since roaches do not have anti-air. But we'll see if Frosty decides to scout out that a potential Spire that might come up. There is no Spire yet. I'm kind of anticipating it. And it looks like Frosty just about to take his third right now. And there's the Spire that I was talking about, as well as an Overseer. If Frosty gets this, or detects this Spire early enough, he will be able to get Hydralisks, which are obviously anti-air. But if he doesn't spot that, that will be very bad news for him, since he is going with a bunch of roaches here. And roaches do not have anti-air, and it looks like Ark gonna try and attack this third base here. Those roaches getting down a bunch of those Zerglings. So will Ark be able to take it out? Looks like Ark is going to be able to force that third expansion to go down. That is huge for Ark, because Ark now will be way ahead once he starts mining from his third base. And Ark looking to be pretty ahead right now. Ahead tech-wise, he will be ahead economic-wise very surely, although he is sitting on a huge amount of minerals as well as gas. Sitting at around almost like 1k minerals and almost 800 gas here. That Spire for him, though, almost about done, so it does understand. I do understand why he might be sitting on those minerals and gas, because he does want to spawn as many Mulas as he can very quickly, because it looks like there's a bunch of roaches coming out for Frosty moving across the map. Ark is going to spot this push coming right here. And 9 Mutalisks are coming out for Ark, and obviously those Mutalisks are going to do huge damage to roaches who cannot attack air units. A layer has been started, almost finished for Frosty. So it looks like Frosty might be heading towards the Spire tech tree as well, but way late compared to Ark here. Ark a little bit behind on food, but it looks like Ark is going to be in trouble here for his third base. Mining does not start on that, and it looks like that third base is going to be taken down for Ark, and this will be huge for Frosty, who had his third base taken out. And it looks like Ark is not even going to bother defending it. He's heading in with Mutalisks. That Queen is going to go down, heading in with a bunch of Speedlings. Frosty trying to take his third again, but that's going to get denied. But it is going to get up. Just barely. Got a huge Mutalisk harassment coming here, and Frosty does not really have any defense here. Both of the Queens die off. Those 2 Banelings died off. Bunch of roaches, and there it is. Frosty's going to GG. And there we have it. Ark is going to be taking game number 3. And I'm going to be right back for 1 second. I am parched. My mouth is dry. I shall be right back. Sorry about that. So it looks like Area 51 is going to be ahead 2 games to 1. Crazy mode. It's called overlay mode. Yeah, I apologize for that. Like I said, happens at least once every cast. I'll forget to change the overlay, but thank you to everyone who's watching for letting me know about that. As always, I am Steven Berger. My name has not changed. Also known as Porky here on the gaming world. You can follow me on Twitter at Steven Berger. I am the official caster for Tactical Carnage multi-gaming community. Find out more about us at TacticalCarnage.com. You can join our community, follow us on the forums, follow us here on Twitch.tv, and you will get notified via email anytime I go live. You can also follow my own personal Twitch TV account, which is twitch.tv/PorkySC. And game number 4 should be starting very shortly. Also, be sure to sign up for our weekly tournaments. We have Diamond and Empire tournament, as well as a Gold Platinum tournament. You can find out more about that, obviously, at TacticalCarnage.com, on our forums in our StarCraft 2 subsection. And game number 4 should be starting here very shortly. How is everybody's day going here? Pumped for Thanksgiving? Gonna be eating anything you can get your hands on, I guess. We're just waiting for game number 4 to be starting here. It is 2-1. Area 51 is winning here, sadly, but hopefully Tactical Carnage can come back here and win it. Looks like invites are going out. Excuse me. Actually, well, I'll do it later. I apologize. Okay. And game number 4 should be starting here, and it will be on GSL Crossfire. Another ZVT matchup here. Apparently we cannot get away from that. Whoa. Oh, he said not kick me. My bad, I apologize. And it looks like game number 4 is going to be starting here. And it looks like the match will be getting underway here. I will remember to switch my overlay so you can get the full potential of the stream. And we will be starting here. And of course I have to swap the players, I apologize. Every time. Okay, I apologize about that. And here on GSL Crossfire we have Intent spawning for Tactical Carnage here at about the 7 o'clock position. And then we have Arc spawning as the Red Zerg here at about the 1 o'clock position on GSL Crossfire. I've not seen this map really at all, I don't think. I do watch the GSL sometimes when I decide to wake up early enough for it. Very odd shape, being that it is like a rectangle. So this would be a very interesting match to watch. Very interesting main base here. Like, I feel like the ramp should be like over here, but it's like extra long, so the ramp is down there. not many places to really expand here. The map is very small, but like long. Or I guess really not as wide. And it looks like Intense is going to be spawning Arc here, so we'll be knowing where Arc is spawning here. You know what it is? It's kind of like, it looks like kind of like Zelnaga Tower, but like squished a bit. Anyway, enough of that. Barracks has been going down for TAC. Intense, although he's not going to be walling off at the barracks. Very interesting choice here. Gas has been started very early. And it looks like Arc's going to be going for an early expansion. Very common opening for a ZVT. And it looks like the spawning pool is going to be getting started here. And Intense going to be taking that Zelnaga Tower. Nothing too exciting. And it looks like we got the factory starting here. It'll be interesting to see if there is a reactor being placed on it that will decide whether it will be Hellions or siege tanks. But we do have a reactor going on the barracks, so Intense is probably going to be switching the barracks here with the factory and making some Hellions, which is going to be a nice, always a nice harassment against Zerg. But we'll determine if he goes. If he commits to it a little bit more, we'll see if he gets a blue flame. If he doesn't get blue flame, then he's not going to be putting too much into the Hellion harassment. And it looks like that factory's just getting ready for that reactor to finish here. We do have some Marines out for Intense. A Roach Warren being started here for Arc, so Arc planning for some early Roaches. No Zerglings have been placed on the field yet, so once these Roach Warren is up, we will be seeing Roaches popping out as soon as possible. We do have 2 Hellions on their way out. We'll see if Intense decides to go with Blue Flame here. We do have a Tech Lab making on the barracks here. We have 6 Roaches about to morph out, but we do have 2 Hellions on their way over. And it looks like Marauder is coming out for Intense here. Very interesting choice. 2 more Hellions are out, and we do have a pause. Don't know what that was about. There was no pause, please. So, guess we just wait here. Intense saying sorry. Sad faces going all around. And there we go. Game is back in play here. We got 6 Roaches about to finish here for Arc. Marauder's about to come out for Intense. Very interesting choice on going with that Marauder. The 2 other Hellions are about to come out. Although it looks like Arc's going to spot those Hellions. Those Hellions are going to be retreating since there are Roaches out now for Arc. Going to be able to do a nice defense here. Stim has just been started for Intense here. And it looks like Arc's going to be pushing out with these Roaches. So it looks like Intense going to be forced to retreat here. Speed has just been started for Arc. And we'll see if Arc can do any damage here with these 6 Roaches. And Intense is going to be starting his second base here. Barracks going to have to finish off that wall. If there are no units yet in the barracks here. Units about to go in here. 2 Marauders are in there. And it looks like Arc's going to be pushing back there. Intense doing some scouting here. Trying to get some vision of what Arc is doing. We got 2 more Hellions coming out. Still no blue flame, although Intense seems to be increasing his Hellion numbers here very quickly. So we will have 6 Hellions on the map here. Stim is about to finish here. Another Marauder is about to come out. Speed is almost done for Arc here. Excuse me, and those Hellions have damaged some of those Roaches. So we are just waiting to see what Intense decides to do with these Hellions. We do have Stim is finished now, as well as Speed for Arc, and that second base for Intense is about to be done. Arc a little bit ahead on food count here as compared to Intense. We do have 3 more drones coming out for Intense. If we take a quick look at the units tab, we have 39 drones for Arc, 5 roaches, and 2 queens, as compared to Intense, who has 6 Hellions, 3 Marauders, and 1 Marine, 25 SCVs, and only 1 Mule. If we take a look at the units lost, both players have only lost 1 unit, but Ark has lost 100 resources, as compared to Intense, who has only lost 50. Oh wait, that increased to 200 resources and 2 units for Ark here. And it looks like Intense is just going to be letting his Hellions sit there on the map here. Intense has also started Blue Flame here, so he is committing to these Hellions. Another Hellion's on its way out, and it looks like Intense does not spot any of these Zerglings coming up to his door. Although there's a Hellion coming up, although it's going to get surrounded by that Zerglings force, and that's never good. Although it looks like Intense is way more than enough to deal with this little scouting push that Ark decided to do, and those Hellions are going to come back to find those Zerglings dead and their services not needed anymore. Looks like Ark has a bit of an overlord here. He is able to see the little mineral field here of Intense, but Intense does not see that overlord. A Spire has been started for Ark here, so that's going to do very nicely against, or very nicely to harass any in the mineral field, especially since what I would like to note here, Intense has gone a very ground-focused force. He does have a couple of Marines floating in here, but mainly Marauders, mainly Hellions. Obviously, those units cannot attack air. We do have a starport coming down for Intense. It'll be interesting to see if he decides to go air units, maybe a Viking, maybe Banshees, or if he just goes with Medivacs here. Although there's a little bit of a confrontation, I should say. Spinecrawler is getting into the mix. That Spinecrawler is going to go down. More Speedlings are coming in here. Another Spinecrawler goes down. Another Spinecrawler is going to be going down. Those Queens trying to do some huge damage. It is very key for Intense to put as much pressure on in Ark as he can, forcing that Spire and air units to come out very shortly. That Spire is almost done, though. We got a huge amount of Banelings here for Ark, doing some huge damage here, chasing those Hellions. He's going to be able to get those Hellions. And it looks like, yes, those Hellions are going to be able to die here. And Ark doing a very nice job holding this off. Combat Shields is about to finish for Intense. And Intense needs some anti-air. He does have a Siege Tank coming out. Burrow's about to done for Ark. So it'll be interesting to see if we see any burrowed Banelings. Maybe some Baneling Mines. It looks like Ark going to be going for his third base here. And someone's causing the game to lag. You are killing esports, Flawless. Killing esports. Esports will die because of you. Unless he can save himself right now and not disconnect. Anyway, very, very intense matches the past couple matches. Very close games. Very fun for casting. We're just waiting for Flawless to drop here. Trying to kill esports, but Blizzard servers are not letting him by kicking him out. Game should be getting back into play here very shortly. Siege mode has been started for Intense. Siege tanks are almost out. I really would like to see Intense going with some anti-air. He does have some more Marines coming out, but he still has a very heavy Marauder force. His Hellions are taken out, although there is a Hellion out here. I don't know if he's going to be spawning in any more Hellions here. Obviously, he does not really have the anti-air that I would like him to. We do have a medevac that just popped. Yeah, he does have a lot of Marauders. Or no, actually, it doesn't look like does he have any Marauders left? No, he does not have any Marauders left. So he is switching over to a huge Marine force here, so he will have some anti-air. Although those Mutalisks will be able to do some huge damage to those Siege Tanks, as we've seen in previous games. And those Siege Tanks are going to be doing some huge damage to those Banelings, as long as those Siege Tanks can get some good positioning. If they can't, then the Banelings are going to be hurting. It looks like we got some burrowed Banelings here. We'll see if Ark or if Intense can detect these. If he does not, that is going to hurt him. We do have 2 up here and another 2 up here. So if he gets hit by both of them, that is not going to be good. We have Ark trying to make a little push there with those Mutalisks. Maybe not. We have a drop going down in Ark's third base here. Will they be able to get down this hatchery? Mutalisks are trying to come back here. We got a bunch of Banelings here. bunch of drones are morphing, and it looks like Intent's going to force his medevac to pull, but we do have these Mutalisks here, sorry, and it looks like they might be able to get down this full medevac. Marines are dropping everywhere, but they're getting pushed out by these Banelings and Speedlings, and it looks like that drop is going to be failed attempt, and that medevac, though, getting away with about half health. We still have these 4 burrowed Banelings here. It'd be very interesting to see if Intense can scout that out. We have a 3rd base coming out for Intense here. Oh, excuse me. This is a very nice game. In the words of Bartosis, well, I kind of killed the moment, but I guess I could say I was getting nerd chills for a second. These are some pretty good games, but I kind of killed that whole quote. But never mind, let's just get back to the game. It looks like Ark gonna be spotting this 3rd base from Intense. Will he be able to get it down? We have Stim Marines coming out to try and combat these Mutalisks away from that 3rd base. If Ark could get that down, that would be huge, but it looks like Ark's gonna be forced back here. Looks like he's going to be continuing some harassment here, though, in Intense's main. Although there is a missile turret, almost got one of those Mutalisks down. Intense at 122 food, Ark at 145. More Mutalisks are coming out for Ark. Marines are coming out still for Intense, as well as another siege tank, as well as medevacs. Looks like both players might just be waiting to. Oh, wait. Oh! Ark not unburrowing those Banelings, although he's gonna get the 2nd Banelings off, killing off a lot, not killing off any of those Marines, but he forgot about these. Unless he didn't want to put those off, but he forgot about these. Ark, and it looks like Intense is gonna be pushing out here. Still more siege tanks on the way, gonna be able to get those down. 2 Zerglings at that Zelnaga tower. We got another Baneling here rolling in, but that's gonna get killed off. It looks like Ark is going to be getting in a little trouble here. That 4th base of Ark is going to be going down, but we got Speedlings coming up here. Huge amount of Banelings here. Going to be able to take down this army of Intense very easily. Huge amount of Mutalisks. What's the Mutalisk count at? He has 16 Mutalisks and 20 Banelings. I am losing my voice. It looks like that medevac is going to get picked off, as well as the Marine that it was harboring. And it looks like the 4th base of Ark is going to be saved. And we got a bunch of units from Ark right here in the middle of the map here. And it looks like Ark might just be waiting for a max army to push out here, although it looks like he's going to be pushing out with his Mutalisks here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. And it looks like those Mutalisks... Excuse me, we got some nice position on these siege tanks, just about to go into siege mode. We got many Marines trying to block us off. We got a huge amount of Banelings coming in, and those siege tanks are going to get taken out. Zerglings cleaning it up here, and it looks like Intense might be in some trouble here. Intense down to 98 food, Ark at 128. 10 Mutalisks have just popped for Intense. Huge Mutalisk count. What's that Mutalisk count at now? Okay, it actually dwindled a little bit. I'm surprised. It went down to 9. 2 more on the way. We got 20 Speedlings as well. And it looks like Intense has got to make some defensive maneuvers here. He is about to get Thors here. Will it be too late, though? There are 2 Thors on the way. As we all know, Thors do huge extra damage to Mutalisks. And it's a great Mutalisk counter for Terran. And it looks like those 2 Thors are going to be finished up here. And might be able to hold off this Mutalisk attack. We're just waiting here to see what happens. We got 4 more Mutalisks about to pop here. Those 2 Thors just finished popping. We got 3 more siege tanks on the way. And it looks like Intense is going to be going for his 4th base. Yep. And it looks like Ark going to be going for his 5th base. So as Terran gets 1 base, Ark gets 1 base. And Ark is going to be 1 base ahead. It looks like we got 10 more Banelings morphing here. Looks like Ark's doing some scouting around the map with his Mutalisks here. 4 more Mutalisks are about to pop. We take a quick look at the unit counting stage. We have 21 Mutalisks, 1 Roach and Tame Banelings, and 61 Speedlings for Ark, 2 Thors, 4 Siege Tanks, and 33 Marines, and 3 Medevacs here for Intense. It looks like Ark has the bigger army, but those Mutalisks are getting killed by these missile turrets. It looks like 3, maybe 4 Mutalisks have died. 1 more almost died over there. And we got how many speedlings just marched? We got 32 more mutalists or speedlings, sorry, coming out. That is almost. He's looking at almost 100 speedlings here, and it looks like Ark about to be at max army here, so we should be seeing Ark pushing out here very shortly. And I think Ark has a very nasty force. The Thor's getting surrounded by speedlings. That Thor's going to be able to go down. That C6 is going to go down. Huge banelings going down on these Marines, killing off so many of those Marines. And Intense is in some deep trouble right now. We're just waiting here. Ark should be making a final push here very shortly. Ark looking very, very well ahead here. We should be seeing his final push coming up very shortly. And it looks like that base, that Intense setup here did get canceled or killed off. I didn't really see. But the key point is that it's not there anymore. Those missile turrets doing huge damage to those mutalisks. Going to be able to get one mutalisk down. Maybe two, not two. And those SCVs are forced to retreat there. Gas Geyser is going to go down here. And Ark's going to retreat here a little bit. He does have max food now, 200 to 140. And an infestation pit has just been started for Ark. You got 33 banelings morphing here for Ark. That's a huge number of banelings. And with good micro away from those tanks, he will be getting some huge damage. Damage done to Intense. And it looks like Intense going to be getting his third, or trying to get his fourth base here again. Ark did try and scout that out, but there wasn't there. And it looks like Ark's going to be making his final push here. Bunch of mutalisks, bunch of speedlings, bunch of banelings looking very nasty here. C6 are going to be taken down by these mutalisks very nicely by attacking with those mutalisks first. Push more C6, we got C6. Oh, are they going to get burned? Oh, okay, they did get siege mode just in time, but it looks like they're going to get out easily by those mutalisks. C6 gets taken out. Those Marines are going to get eaten up by these banelings, and we should be seeing a GG here coming from Intense any second now. Missile turret's still doing damage to those mutalisks here, though. And we should be seeing Intense GG. I just don't not see any way that Intense can be coming back here. Although Intense pushing into the fourth base of Ark here, trying to get some damage here as well as he can, or as much as he can. He's going to be able to get down that Gas Geyser here. And there it is, GG. So looks like Ark going to be taking game number 5. And I believe that might be it. I don't know if it's a best of 5 or a best of 7. Oh, okay. Looks like there is going to be another matchup. Cool. Well, I have to get another drink. I am all out of my water. So I will BRB. Sorry about that. I am back, and we should be seeing game number 5 get started here very shortly. I would guess it's a best of 7 here. As always, I am Steven Berger, aka Porky. You can follow me on Twitter at Steven Berger. I am the official caster here for Tactical Carnage multi-gaming community. We just delved into the StarCraft 2. We do have our own upcoming pro team. This is their 3rd clan war. We won our past 2 4-1. The VODs are on right here on Twitch TV. You can watch them on our channel. You can also go to our YouTube page at youtube.com/TacticalCarnage and watch the VODs there. I always upload them over on the YouTube page. You can also just go to our website, support us, find out more about us at TacticalCarnage.com. Go to our forums, sign up, go to the StarCraft 2 subpage, find out all about our weekly tournaments. Follow us here on twitch.tv. Just click the follow button right at the top. You'll be getting notified anytime I go live. You can also follow my own personal stream, which is twitch.tv/PorkySC. This is going to be my last cast for this week because I am going to be going home tomorrow for Thanksgiving break. And sadly, I cannot carry my desktop on the bus and then on the train home. So this is my last cast for the week because of that. But hopefully, you will all have a great Thanksgiving. I know I will because I have to study. I have to study for a physics test. It's going to be awesome. And apparently, tomorrow, my last class. See, I have one class tomorrow that I have to stay for Calculus 2, and apparently it's like the most important section of the year, so nobody can miss it. But apparently he said he's gonna give us a lot of work, so I guess I have to do that too. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun, fun, fun. So it looks like game number 5 should be starting here very shortly. Just got the invite. We should be starting here. Looks like it's going to be on MLG Tal'Darim Altar. And we have Arc versus Sky Blue. I messed that up. And what do you know? Another Z versus Z. Wow. Both teams have a lot of Zerg and a lot of Terran. That seems to be all the. Where's the Protoss love? Come on, guys. I'm Protoss. Show me some love. See, we are just waiting here for game number 5 to start. It is 3 games for Area 51. 1 game 1 for Tactical Carnage is 3-1 here. I'm guessing it's a best of 7 since the games are not over yet. Aw, thank you. Huck heart for you. Actually, hold on. Where is... I know how to do an actual heart. There you go. You get a real heart. You get a real heart. That's a Huck heart. So game number 5 will be starting here very shortly. My throat is killing me, as well as my back. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Excuse me. Hopefully there's no lag. It seems to have fixed itself. Well, I kind of messed with the bitrate actually, and hopefully it'll stay pretty stable for the coming months. Ugh. So it looks like the games are about to be starting. Good luck, have fun's happening all around. The good manner is always, if you're gonna have any manner, you should have good manner. Oh. So we are just waiting here. Game number 5. Oh shit, I apologize. I did not. Sorry about that. I did not know that I was host. Here we go. MLG Tal'Darim Altar. 3-1 Area 51 is leading here. Hopefully we can come back here. Another Zerg versus Zerg. What a surprise! Not. Way too many Zerg versus Zergs. Way too many Terran versus Zergs. Not fun. I mean, it is fun, but like, you just see some variety here. And of course, as always, I messed up the players again. Pretty sure I did that correctly. Ugh. One day I will do this 100% correct, and everyone will be amazed. There will be parties for me in the streets. Ugh, and the colors messed up. Tisk, tisk, tisk. He was orange before. He was orange. Just gonna tell everyone that. Not crazy. Okay, we do have Sky Blue here spawning as the Blue Zerg here in MLG Tall Dream Altar for Tactical Carnage at about the 5 o'clock position. And for Area 51, we have the Pink Zerg spawning at about the 1 o'clock position. Overlords going after both players. Another close by air positions here on MLG Tall Dream Altar. Interesting to see what either player goes for here. Both playing very mirror matchup always in the beginning for any Zerg match. Last game in the Z vs Z, which was on MLG Metalopolis, which is very common, we saw we saw roaches coming out from one player and speedling banelings in the beginning, and then one teched up to mutalisks, one teched up to roaches. Obviously the mutalisks overcome the roaches since roaches do not attack air. So that was what we saw there. Maybe we'll see some of the same because we are close by air here, so we might be able to see some mutalisks here from either player, although we won't know that until a little bit later here. Both players getting their spawning pools at about the same time. Looks like Arc might be a tad bit ahead here. And we are just waiting for something to happen. It looks like actually Arc is not going to scout out Sky Blue here yet. Sky Blue looks like he's going to be scouting out Arc here very shortly, but Arc's overlords are not anywhere near Sky Blue's base here. So Sky Blue is going to have the advantage here of the observer. Speed has been started for both players. 6 Zerglings are about to pop for both players here. And we'll see if either decides to make a little bit of a scouting push here. And it looks like Arc is going to be going for his natural expansion here. Yep, there he goes. And it looks like Sky Blue's about to do the same. Sky Blue's about to scout out that expansion. Arc does not know about this expansion yet for Sky Blue, although it looks like Arc's going to be spotting it very shortly if he can get past these Zerglings. 3 Zerglings against 6 Zerglings is not going to favor Sky Blue here. Sky Blue's going to be running off to his base, trying to get some reinforcements here. And Arc about to scout out this base here. Speed about to finish for both players. Both players are going to be starting a Baneling Nest at about the same time. Looks like Arc might be a tad bit ahead on that as well. And it looks like Arc going to be taking over the Zelnaga Tower here. Going to be getting himself some vision. He went to the eye doctors and they just gave him 20/20 vision. Sky Blue scouting at that expansion here. Going to be poking and prodding at it a little bit. Although it looks like Arc going to be able to take down that Zergling. It looks like Arc might be getting ready for a push here. He's building a bunch of reinforcements here. Morphing in a couple Banelings here. And we take a look at it. We got 4 Banelings coming out for Arc. Or 3 Banelings, sorry, coming out for Arc. 4 coming out for Sky Blue. It looks like Sky Blue's second base has just finished. And it looks like Arc going to be pushing here with 3 Banelings and a bunch of Speedlings here. We'll see if he can do any damage. Going to be sending in those Banelings in first here. Well, it's going to be Baneling versus Baneling, it looks like here. Arc not doing as much damage here at all. And it looks like Arc's Banelings are away, or are gone. We do have a couple more Banelings morphing in here before Arc decides to push out here. Another Baneling has gone down for Arc, or for Sky Blue. We got 2 more Banelings coming in. Another Zergling coming in, trying to kill off these Banelings before Arc's army decides to push out here. although he was really only able to kill off one. We got 10 more speedlings morphing out here for Sky Blue, and another Baneling's going to be getting in. He's going to be able to get any damage here. Oh! Sky Blue taking out 2 Banelings for the price of 1. Now looks like Arc might be forced to push back a little bit here. Still morphing up some Banelings though. And it looks like Sky Blue starting to mine off of his second base here, as well as Arc. If we take a quick little look at the units lost tab, Sky Blue 17 units lost and 675 resources lost. Arc 12 units lost and 600 resources lost. More Banelings coming to the drone line. Oh, Sky Blue's gonna be able to do any damage. All those Zerglings just died, although we still have drones alive, barely though. But those Banelings from Arc caught those Zerglings in a huge little clump there, and they all just died. More drones are morphing in for both players here. Spine crawlers are being put out for Arc. A nice defense. More Banelings being morphed in. More Speedlings being morphed in. Still no sign of any real tech going on from either player here. Very interested to see in what each player decides to go as far as tech-wise when they decide that. Okay, and it looks like Sky Blue is going to be going for a Roach Warren, and Arc's going to be going for a Lair. So, once again, Sky Blue's going to be caught in the same as, I believe, Frosty on Metalopolis. Went Roaches. Arc went Mutas. Mutas against Roaches do not do well for the Roach player. I don't know how else to put it, but it looks like Arc's going to be pushing up here with a little bit of these Speedlings. There are Banelings here, though. Pushing up with just one, trying to kill off those Banelings before he decides to push out with those Speedlings. It looks like Roach Warren is just about finished. The Lair's almost about finished, and it looks like Arc's going to be going for his third base here. Trying to hide it a little bit. Oh, and it's interesting, we got 2 little Speedlings hiding here for Sky Blue. It looks like Arc building up a little bit of a Speedling army here. More Banelings coming in. Huge amount of drone kills here has been taken down for Sky Blue. More Speedlings trying to come in. Going to go right past that Queen. Queen is off. Both Queens are off creep, going very slowly here. It looks like 2 Speedlings have gotten into the mineral line here, killing off a couple drones here. Although it's going to get pushed back by these drones. And it looks like these 2 hidden Speedlings are going to be morphing into the Banelings. It's so close, you can just barely see it. It's morphing in so slowly. Roaches are starting to pop out, and the Spire has just been started for Arc. Those Banelings not doing any damage at all. Roaches are now out, but that Spire is about halfway done here. And once those Mutalisks decide to pop out, those Roaches are going to be in some huge, huge trouble. All that Arc has to do is just keep on harassing Sky Blue, forcing Sky Blue to not attack Arc. And Arc can build up that Mutalisk force, and then Arc will be in very good position. Although it looks like Sky Blue is coming back up in his supply. Now 81 to 79. 3 Roaches are about to pop for Sky Blue. That Spire's about to finish here. 4 more Speedlings coming out for Sky Blue. It looks like Sky Blue's little 2 Zerglings have been found out. And those 2 are going to die. And it looks like Sky Blue's going to be taking his 4th base here. This 3rd base is up and running here. Arc now at 100 supply. Sky Blue at 2. 10 Mutalisks are about to pop. That's going to be doing some huge, huge trouble here for Sky Blue. Sky Blue has absolutely no anti-air here. It looks like Sky Blue is going to try and push out here. Is he going to be able to see? Okay, Sky Blue does see the Zerglings here. Oh, obviously he's getting attacked. And it looks like those Speedlings, are they going to try and fight these Roaches? Oh, the Banelings are missing them. It looks like Sky Blue's going to be just heading out. There is some lag here. Don't know why. Don't know why there's lag. But these Roaches are going in. Banelings are going to be going down. Those Roaches doing some huge damage to those Spine Crawlers. But those Roaches are getting attacked by Mutalisks, and Roaches do not have anti-air. And there it is, GG. So Arc going to be taking game number 5. I believe that is that it? I think that might be it. We will get a confirmation here. So there it is. Sadly, it looks like Area 51 has won against Tactical Carnage. Sadly. So right now, Tactical Carnage upcoming pro team is 3. We have won. We are 2-1 in our clan wars. So, oh wait, it's best of 7 or first. Okay. Anyway, it looks like it is done. You will be able to watch the VODs. It has been recorded here on Twitch TV. Right when I'm done here, I'm going to upload it to our YouTube, which is youtube.com/tacticalcarnage. It usually takes like 2 hours, 2 hours or higher for Twitch to upload it to YouTube. So probably not until tomorrow. It's not going to finish uploading. But thanks for watching. As always, I am Steven Berger, aka Porky. You can follow me on Twitter at Steven Berger. I'm the official caster here for Tactical Carnage. You can find out more about our multi-gaming community at TacticalCarnage.com. Follow us here on Twitch. You will get notified whenever I go live. This is my last cast for this week because I will be leaving to go home for Thanksgiving break tomorrow. I can't bring my desktop with me because I have to take a bus and then a train, and carrying a desktop would be really weird and it would be very heavy. And as you can tell, I'm not the strongest of men. But so I'll be starting again probably on Sunday, or I'll be back to being able to cast on Sunday. But you can also follow me on my personal stream, which is twitch.tv/PorkySC, and I stream whenever I can. Any game, usually mostly StarCraft 2 though. But thanks for watching. Visit TacticalCarnage.com. Join our forums, join our discussion, join us on TeamSpeak, talk to us. Join our chat channel Battle.net, just Tactical Carnage. Join our gaming community. And thanks for watching.